Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture. Today in this video, let us go through the exempted services under GST. As we know, GST is a tax applicable on supply of goods as well as on services. Therefore, services supplied by the dealer who is registered under GST Act attracts GST. It may be IGST or CGST and SGST based on the type of supply. Now here some of the services provided by the dealer will be completely exempt from tax, and as for the time being, the general rate of GST applicable on services is 18%. If it is IGST, 18% IGST, and if it is intra-state transfer, within the state transfer, 9% will be the CGST and 9% will be the SGST. So, apart from the main important services, some specified services are exempt from tax. That means, all the services which are specified under the GST Act, some such services will not attract any GST. So, today let us have the glance on the various services which are exempt from tax. As you can see in this video, that the first one is regarding agricultural services. Agricultural services provided in India is completely exempt from tax. This includes all services relating to agriculture. So, whatever services are provided relating to agriculture are exempt except that means these are taxable except rearing of horses, cultivation, supply of farm labor, harvesting, warehouse related services, renting or leasing of agricultural machinery, services provided by a commission agent or the agriculture produce marketing committee or board for buying and selling agriculture produce, etc., loading, unloading, package and storage of agricultural products. So, these are the items which you can see in the list. These are taxable. Other than this, if there is any other agricultural services provided by the dealer or the agriculturist, will be completely exempt from tax. Right. The second one is that government services. So, the government is also providing services on various matters, like we have railways, we have postal services, transportation, etc. So, let us see which are the services provided by the government is exempt from tax. The postal service, we can see, for example, you might have experienced when you go to the post office and have a speed post, you have to pay not only the postal charges, additionally you have to pay the GST. You might have observed in the bill, right. So, postal service also attracts GST, but some postal services are exempt from tax. Transportation of people or goods, services by a foreign diplomat in India, services offered by the Reserve Bank of India, services offered to diplomats, etc., are exempt from tax. Other than this, if any other services are provided by the government, then it will be completely taxable. Okay, but as I told you, postal service is exempt, but except it does not include speed post, express parcel post. If there is a life insurance or agency services provided by the post offices are taxable. The next is regarding the transportation of services. So, transportation of goods is different, services is different. So, transportation of goods by road, rail, water, etc., payment of toll, transportation of passengers by air, transportation of goods where the cost of transport is less than 1500 rupees. That means, transportation services provided by the road or bridge on full payment of toll is completely exempt from tax. Similarly, transportation of goods by inland waterways, transportation of passengers by air, transportation by non-AC horse or contract carriages, but the thing is that the cost of the transportation must be less than rupees 1500. If it is more than 1500, it will attract GST. The next is regarding judicial services. The services provided by the court or tribunal are exempt from tax. So, it may be by arbitral tribunal, partnership firm advocates or seniors advocates to an individual or business entity whose aggregate turnover is up to 20 lakhs. If the aggregate turnover of such service provider is less than 20 lakhs, then it is exempt from tax. That means, if the aggregate turnover of that particular judicial service provider exceeds 20 lakhs, then it will attract GST, and the limit is rupees 10 lakhs for the special category states, which are the special category states. The next is regarding educational services. We know so many education institutions, we can see they provide the various services mainly regarding education. Apart from that, they may also provide some other incidental services. So, transportation of faculty or students, midday meal scheme, admission on examination services, security and housekeeping services offered by these education institutions are completely exempt from tax. Next is regarding medical services. So, medical services offered by the ambulance, charities, veterinary doctors, medical professionals, etc. are exempt from tax. The next is regarding organization services. Services provided by the exhibition organizers of international business exhibitions to operators or foreign tourists, etc. will be exempt from tax. And apart from that, other services include services offered by GSTN to the central and state government or union territories, admission fee payable to the theatres, circuses, sports events, etc. which charge fee up to rupees 250. That means, if the fee charge exceeds rupees 250, it will attract GST. And the last miscellaneous items includes, it may be services provided by the recognized sport bodies, services provided by slaughterhouses, services provided by the libraries, all these are, or journalists, Press Trust Club of India, washrooms for public convenience services, all these are the some other services which does not attract GST. That means, they are exempt from tax. So, apart from the items what we have discussed today, so whatever other services provided by the service provider, it may be hotels or mobile recharges or whatever it is, water supply, whatever it is, it attracts GST commonly at the rate of 18%, because if in the problem the rate of GST applicable to service is not given, we assume it is at 18%, that means 9% CGST and 9% ESGST, otherwise 18% IGST. So, by understanding this much, in this next video, let us solve one problem on computation of taxable turnover regarding supply of services. Thank you.